Hey guys, hope you're doing well. I wanted to make this quick video because I feel like this entire week I have had client upon client dealing with a difficult person, someone who is just being a pain. You know what I mean? Like just being difficult, whether they're being abusive, whether they're kind of giving you the silent treatment, whether they're saying nasty things, whether they're throwing a new relationship in your face. I mean, the list goes on and on. Whether you're struggling to co-parent with this person. Again, each situation is different. The most important thing that I want you to understand with this video is how to really just protect yourself when you're dealing with difficult people, because they're going to come into your life if they're not already here. And it's just important to learn how to kind of like protect your own energy. I always say you have to learn how to create that bubble around yourself so you can go into life and deal with personalities and not let them affect you so much. Now, I know that's really hard to do. I know I'm going to get all the eye rolls. I know I'm going to get all the comments down below saying, Steph, it's not that easy. Steph, it's not that easy. It isn't easy because it's something that you haven't practiced. And I think there's two things that need to happen when you're in this type of situation. Number one, you have to educate yourself. And number two, you have to slow down. If you can slow down in your interactions with people, whether it's text message, email, in person, over the phone, you will have a lot more control over yourself, and it will help you to better protect yourself and your energy and your anger when you are dealing with this person. Now, one of the worst things you can do when you're dealing with someone who is difficult and toxic, maybe manipulative, again, list goes on and on, is going to be being reactive in terms of like just engaging in the conversation. So like when we start like going back and forth, when we start over explaining ourselves, when we want this person to see that their behavior is not okay, and we kind of like give this person attention, essentially, then you are giving them exactly what they came here for. Now, like with all things, you are training everyone in your life. Everyone treats you the way they treat you based on how you respond to that treatment. So if you're going to engage, if you're going to give attention, this person is learning that, hey, I'm getting attention from this person. I matter. I'm aggravating her. I'm taking her off. Look at her. She's exploding. Oh, she's the problem. Like, so you're getting, or you're giving this person exactly what they came here for. And that's what we're trying to avoid. We're trying to kind of like stop the dysfunctional behavior that you're possibly doing that's contributing to this like toxic interaction between the two of you. Now, of course, there's going to be two sides of this story. There's going to be one side where, of course, you're going to get frustrated and angry and disappointed, and all of those things are going to come up because you're human and you feel normal human things based on a person being difficult, being not easy to work with, being nasty at times and trying to cut you, or trying to throw manipulation at you, or trying to throw guilt or shame, like whatever it is that they're doing that's bothering you, just straight up annoying you. It's normal that you're just going to get this like reaction, this feeling, right? We're not like above not feeling. We're not like, the guru that just doesn't, everything's just, I'm meditating all day long and I'm so incredibly chill. No, you're a normal human being and you're going to feel normal human things. Managing ourself, or managing those feelings, the anger, the frustration, that's like the side project. And you get to do that all by yourself. You don't need to be around this person in order to really manage that as the person runs by. Did you guys see that? The next thing is really just educating yourself on this person, what they do, what they don't do at times that really ticks you off. Like, what are the things that bug you about this person? And here's the PS. Why do they bug you? So when you can start to like uncover that, and you start to really slow yourself down so you can have a little bit more control over yourself when this person is around, if you can do those two things, dealing with this type of personality will get way easier. It won't be amazing. It won't be what you want it to be, but it'll be way easier than what it is right now for you. Remember, if you're dealing with someone who is just relentless with throwing something in your face, with trying to cut you at your knees, with trying to give you some manipulation, like whatever it is that they're doing that is not healthy, like it's not your stuff, meaning like you're not getting so angry and annoyed by these like little nuances that this person's doing. Like, no, they're actually doing some real stuff that makes life very difficult at times. So if you're dealing with that, I just want you to really understand this. Someone who is toxic makes it their agenda to put their stuff on you. So it is necessary that you really understand the mind of this person and what they do that really bugs you or frustrates you or makes you upset or annoys you, whatever. Just remember, you getting frustrated by this toxic person, and again, some situations are extremely frustrating. And remember, that's the side project. We're going to manage our feelings in that way. We're going to parent ourselves when we do get extremely frustrated by this person because they're doing one thing or they're saying one thing and they're doing another. They were playing nice in the sandbox one day and then the next day they're not again. And it is an emotional roller coaster ride 100%. I think you just have to be able to kind of like know your audience. Like if you know, okay, I'm dealing with this person and at times they're not nice. At times they are difficult. The problem becomes when you see a little bit of a consistent behavior in them and that behavior kind of seems somewhat normal, then you're going to expect it that time around or like the next time around. So if someone perhaps is playing nice in the sandbox and then the next day they're not and they're like completely erratic or extremely rude or difficult or hurtful, you're going like this and you can't keep up with that ride. So is it going to be emotionally draining and exhausting sometimes? Absolutely. I think you just have to practice detaching, and that is probably the biggest thing that you're going to practice. Detaching from this person and what it is that they're doing and saying so you don't take it personally. When you take it personally, it becomes something that's really exhausting and frustrating to have to deal with. When you learn how to detach, then you kind of understand that nothing that this person is doing has anything to do with me, and you remove your ego from it. You remove just that part of you, that wounded part that just feels triggered by what it is that they're doing or saying, and you start to really see the situation for what it is, which is basically a child having a tantrum. I know none of this is easy to do, but what I want you to start to practice is learning how to soothe yourself when you leave the interaction with this person. So after you're done dealing with this person and you feel a certain way, what do? Most likely, you're going to call someone up and complain and vent and talk about the person until you kind of like get all of it out. And sometimes you're not even getting all of it out. You're continuously talking about the situation over and over again because remember, you're taking it very personally. Instead of being in a situation, leaving it and asking yourself, why do I think that that person was behaving in that way? What was really going on there? When you know that you have to go toe-to-toe with this person, prepping yourself before you are dealing with them is extremely important. Understanding what it is that they typically like to do and say, how in the past have they triggered me the most, just being very, I don't want to say on edge because I don't want to make this into a stressful thing, but I want you to look at this experience as a real test to what it is that you do already know, you just haven't put it into practice. Now, the only reason why this person is draining you is quite frankly, and I hate saying this, it's because you've allowed them. So for me, I absolutely despise having someone have that kind of control over me. So I make it a point to try to figure out what's going on underneath the surface, my stuff, the side stuff, and working on that. And when I am in interactions with certain people, I just make sure that I'm being very self-aware of myself and how I'm feeling in that moment. Am I getting angry? Am I getting frustrated? Am I getting sad? Like, what's going on inside of here that I need to deal with that's my stuff, regardless of what someone's doing, whether I have a valid reason for feeling the way I do, or whether I'm just being frustrated and annoyed in general with that person possibly because of the past, because of previous experiences. So really there's like 4 kind of steps that I want you to work on. I want you to learn how to take care of yourself when you're not interacting with that person after you removed yourself from that situation or that experience. What do? And how is it healthy? How is it actually helping you? So don't get me wrong, venting and complaining and doing all those things, on some level, sometimes it's necessary. But then what are we doing about it? What are we doing that's actually healthy, that's helping us to not stay stuck in that space? Number 2, you're going to educate yourself on knowing exactly what the triggers are that this person does that just get under your skin. Number 3, you're going to start practicing slowing down when you are around this person so you have more control over yourself and know what it is that you you are feeling, or what is actually going on in here that's starting to kind of come up so you can actually own it. Then I want you to start really focusing on detaching from what this person's doing, meaning I don't want you to take it personally. I want you to see what the person's doing and just literally keep repeating to yourself, that has nothing to do with me. What they're doing has nothing to do with me, because it really doesn't. And so when you really understand that and you practice detaching, you start creating that little bubble, and then you can walk around life and you get your bubble to protect you, and everything that someone's trying to do to throw you off is just going to bounce right off of you. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to rewatch it again, take down some notes, get a little cheat sheet, keep it up here when you are interacting with this person. Just know, okay, this is step one. This is what I'm supposed to do here. And if you do that over and over again, this person no longer has control over you. Doesn't mean the relationship will get easy, but at least you'll have more control over yourself so it doesn't completely emotionally drain you.